Hey folks, so I haven't turned the camera on for a few days since the weekend when I last uploaded a video, so let me update you all on what happened, because I had quite the eventful weekend. Sadly, the events I'm about to tell you about are not caught on camera, just because the nature of the situation meant I had to focus on getting myself out of it, and I couldn't stop to film any of it. So firstly, I found a van friend at the weekend, which was pretty cool, pretty unexpected. And on Sunday we decided to go for a walk. Found a bothy actually, which was pretty cool. Hadn't seen a bothy before. It was about an hour walk to get there. It was quite funny when we got there. There was a guy in there who maintained this bothy, sat in there with a fire going in the fireplace. He invited us in. All three of us just sat around this fire just chatting away, and he had loads to talk about this bothy. It was an enlightening experience. Went looking for a place to stay, and I thought it would be a great idea, because we was in the area, to go back to Glenroy. So that's the spot I stayed up on for 2 or 3 nights, kind of waiting for some snow, which never came. And we're making our way up this hill, and the road is very slowly becoming more covered in snow. At one point I stopped to check if my friend was cool with going up this hill, given the snow we were seeing around. And she was fine, she was Canadian, so it didn't faze her at all. So on we went, and the higher we got, the more snow there was. We got very close to the top of the hill where the car park was, and sadly my van could not make that last incline. The snow was that thick, I just had no traction on my back wheels, and I got halfway up probably one of the last steep hills, and I ground to a halt. My wheels were spinning, and I thought, oh god, here we go. So out I get, floodlights on, shoveling grit under my back wheels to begin with, to see if I could get enough traction to get up this hill. That didn't seem to help much at all, and even if it did, I would have had quite a job covering the whole road in grit, which was a good 20-30 yards I imagine. It would have been an absolute nightmare, and even then we could have got ourselves stuck regardless. So my friend reverses back down, and I reverse back down, and there was kind of a passing place on a bend, just enough to reverse in and turn round so we could drive back down the hill in the opposite direction. She was okay in the transit. I, on the other hand, didn't quite have enough room to make that manoeuvre. It was kind of a 3-point turn, and then I found myself stuck sideways across the road with, again, no traction on the back wheels, and I couldn't get the space to make the turn without falling off the road into a dip. So again, I'm out with the shovel, and I'm so thankful I had that shovel, because it would have been difficult otherwise. There's all these piles of grit along the road, so that was quite handy, and I just start shoveling it under my back wheels. That was enough to move my van back another 2 feet, so then I had the space to make the turn and go back down the hill. But oh my god, I was not expecting that. It wasn't that much snow, a couple of inches probably, and I just didn't have the traction to get up the hill. So I learnt yet another lesson pretty quickly, not to fuck with the snow, and I guess just be aware of the gradient that you're about to attempt, because I couldn't make it, and on a single track road it ain't easy to turn around when you change your mind, which is what we had to do. So yeah, that was my weekend. We came back down the hill, found a completely different spot, out of the snow, not out of the rain, but we were safe, and no one was hurt, no vans were lost. Oh dear. So that was that. We had a nice little adventure. We went our separate ways. I've left the Fort William area now, and I'm heading west, and it's looking likely I'm gonna pay a visit to Skye, I'm just driving a little bit each evening towards Skye, and I'll have a little explore around the Isle. I don't know if you can hear, but the weather is pretty bad again. I am just at the tip of Loch Cluanie, one of the many lochs that you drive past. Bloody hell. I think it's getting worse through the night, so here comes another night of minimal sleep. Oh, give it a rest. Yeah, I'm making my way out there and crossing my fingers for the weather. I know they've had some strong winds over there, and I think it's going to die down by the end of the week, so it might be a nice place to spend the weekend. But yeah, that's all I have to update you on. Got stuck in the snow, learnt a lesson. I'm done with snow for a little bit. I won't mind the snow if I'm in a sensible location where I'm not on the top of a hill, and perhaps if the roads get cleared, that's a big help. So yeah, let's see what this week brings. I'll speak to you in a little while. Good afternoon, folks. So I'm just making the most of my lunch break, and I thought let's go for a quick walk. Oh man, this scenery is something else. These snowy mountains, they don't look real. It looks like a backdrop in the sky. It's just so cool. Pretty fresh, very windy. Last night was a struggle. I got a bit of sleep. I'm just going for a walk down this road. I'm at the very tip of this loch, but I can't actually see it. So I walk down here and I should get a nice view of the loch. Oh, I love this view. I'm surrounded by snowy mountains in every direction. The valleys just disappear into this white mist. So nice. I woke up this morning and looked out the window. Obviously I didn't really know where I was. And I saw this backdrop and was like, wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Hi guys. So I've just been working and I turned around and found that my window is completely covered in snow, which is exciting. Shall we take a peek? Oh, look at this! Yeah! Oh, it is snowing, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Yes. Oh, hello. It's happening. Snow. And I'm safe. I can't get stuck. I can just sit here and enjoy it. That's all I wanted. Beautiful. Van's getting a dusting. Lovely stuff. Evening all. I just wanted to turn the camera on for a moment, not because I can show you anything good, but because outside is really good. For the first time in the 3 weeks I've been here, the wind has stopped, the rain has stopped, the clouds have gone, the stars are out, and it is so still and peaceful outside. I've just spent like an hour outside taking photos, so I'll show you a few pictures because it's bloody lovely, and I was just in awe of it all, to be honest, because it's just been so, the weather's been so since I've got here, and tonight it's just dreamy. The moon is out, pretty bright, and all these snow-capped mountains are just glowing in the moonlight, and they're just all around me. Oh, so nice, so nice. So I moved on down the road a little bit more, heading west towards Skye, and I'm parked up right on the edge of Loch Duick, literally on the edge of the water. Like, I got my own little pebble beach out here. It's pretty sweet, and there's no one else here. Yeah, it's really nice. Let me show you outside quickly, just before it starts raining. It is raining. The clear skies only lasted so long. What a spot, just on the edge of this lock. And what a view. Burners smoking away. One good thing about the wood burner is because it gets so damn hot, you can actually have the door open and enjoy the view rather than close yourself in. So I'll probably do that today. I'll try and leave the door open as long as it doesn't chuck it down. Oh, kettle's boiling. Tell you what though guys, there's something pretty special about the sound of the rain on the roof and a crackling fire. Oh, what a beautiful morning despite the weather. Good morning everyone, it is the weekend. It is Saturday morning and I'm going to leave this spot. I've been here 2 nights next to Loch Duick. It's been really nice here just to kind of sit still for a little bit. Spent all yesterday with a wood burner on, very cosy, very nice. Now the weather's back to how it was. It's raining pretty bad. So there's that. But right now I'm about to drive to Skye. I'm going straight to a co-op there because I'm running low on a few things, and that's a 40-minute drive from here, so nice and steady, take in the views and see where we end up in a little bit. Hey folks, so I'm on the Isle of Skye. I've just done some shopping, pretty much supplied for the next week, so I'm just having a look where I can go. I've actually got to go to a place called Colbost, which is right over on the northwest of Skye, to pick up some bits from a post office that I got from Amazon, but that can happen like Monday, Tuesday, whatever. Until then I need to find somewhere to stay, so I'm on park for night. And I might go back to a spot that I stayed in the summer, which is 24 minutes. Probably do. Let's do that. I know what to expect from this one. It's pretty nice. It's exposed, but it's a good spot. Look at this. It's a pretty nice rainbow. What a waterfall. Look at that. Had to stop and have a quick look. Right folks, it's been at least 2 weeks that I've had an Asda carrier bag on my flue, and whilst it's light and not raining, I'm gonna jump on the roof and have a closer inspection, see if I can find out where this water's getting in. I'm gonna have to remove one of the brackets that holds the two pieces of flue together, but it's just a big flat screw, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, let's have a look. Look at this state. All I can assume is it's getting in this seam. But the amount of water that comes in, I'm surprised if that's all it is. Could also be this fold here in the metal. There's a gap there. And now it's raining. Oh, give me a break. The weather postponed that job yet again, but I think I can see where the water's getting in the flue. There's like tiny gaps in the seams of the metalwork. I'll have to figure out a way of covering them up somehow. I don't think it'll be too difficult. But on the subject of the wood burner, I wanted to talk about it just for a minute, because as lovely as it was yesterday to spend all day sat next to the wood burner, I have an interesting relationship with this thing. Like, it's a bit of a love-hate relationship. This whole van build was like centred around this idea of the wood burner. It was the first thing I knew I wanted, and like everything else came after. Only now I've been in the van for coming on 8 months have I realised that it wasn't the best decision, and other things could have been prioritised, or should have been prioritised. So basically, because I've had the diesel heater, which has been great, and it's really easy to use, and it's reliable, and it's convenient, the wood burner's become more of a toy that I rarely use, and it's quite sad. Like, it breaks my heart because I love this thing, and I love that it's here, but I don't think it earns its place. It takes up quite a bit of room. It meant that I couldn't really give myself any decent seating, which I really miss. If there's one thing I should have done different in this van, it's give myself more seating options. Like, all I have is this little tiny bench, and it isn't really ideal for like living in full time, especially when I'm, you know, sat here working all day. It's just, you know, it's okay, but it could be better. So my brain's been working a bit lately, thinking, what can I do about this? And I'm seriously considering, for the summer at least, taking the wood burner out and extending my seating right into the corner and then across to where my fridge currently is, because I think it'd be super cool to have like a corner sofa type thing. I've got the room and I think I should use it. I would value some decent seating more than I value the wood burner, especially in summer, because there's absolutely no chance I'm using it in the summer. I've only used it once this winter, and that wasn't even necessary. I just wanted to for the sake of it. But yeah, like, it's February, we're going to be coming out of winter very soon, and I just haven't experienced cold enough temperatures to warrant lighting this up. It takes quite a bit of effort. I mean, yesterday I was up at 7:30, 8, chopping wood, getting it going, and then it's a full-time job all day maintaining that fire, making sure it doesn't get too hot and making sure it doesn't go out. And it's nice, it's fun, but it isn't that practical when you just want a bit of warmth. So I'm hoping I get a bit of time just before summer to make some drastic modifications in here. The wood burner will go out. I could leave the flue. The flue could just kind of swivel out of the way, and I don't think it'll be a big deal. But then I could extend this bench, but also extend it this way, right the way up to the fridge. That way the toilet could come out from under the bed and form part of that bigger seat. That would give me more space under the bed, which is a bonus, and I'd have this almost full-length area to sit on in like either direction, and like, that would be so cool. It would be a game changer. Now, it will require a few difficult tasks to make that happen. My fridge is in this cupboard. If I had a seat here, I can't open the door to the fridge, so the fridge would have to move into the cupboard next to it, but that cupboard has a waste water tank, so the water tank would have to move. I think they could just swap places, because I wouldn't really need access to the water tank. I need a bit of access to open a valve, but that's it. It's not like a cupboard I'm in and out of. So put the fridge where the water tank is, put the water tank in there, and maybe have some kind of smaller door at the top instead of this big door where the fridge is. And I think that could work. I think that'd be quite nice. If I have friends round, they could sit there. The table is okay where it is, but I could also move it a few inches this way, so there's space both sides for someone to sit. Like, that's pretty easy as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. I can't do anything about it yet, but I'll be back in England mid-March. I've got a lot of work to do for the MOT, including some welding, and it would be nice to find the time to fix this seating arrangement and take the wood burner out. That's where I am with that. Just thought I'd let you know my thoughts. So yeah, I'll stop boring you now about my wood burner woes, and I'm going to crack on and hopefully finish episode 3.